All right, I am at it again. I've got 8 more obscure art styles to put into your prompts. This is going to take your Midjourney work to the next level, I promise you. All right, let's get into it. All right, we are coming out of the gate swinging. This first style is Tenebrism. And basically what you could say is this one uses really, really dark elements, dark background, dark environment, to give a spotlight feel to your subject. Tenebrism was widely seen in Italian and Spanish Baroque works. It's closely connected to the Chiaroscuro method, artistic method. You know, they're working with the juxtaposition of light and dark. And as you can see the surroundings here, you know, Tenebrism really wants the woman to be the focal point of it, so it lets the background and everything fall off to the darkness. Very dramatic, I mean, extremely dramatic works of art. So here's a woman in the style of Tenebrism. Oops, gotta click on here. I mean, I really love number 4 here. Beautiful. Hands are, I mean, I guess there's something weird there. Those would need to be touched up. Here's our octopus. Oh my God, look at this. Look at number 1. Number 2, I mean, he looks pissed off. 3 looks amazing. I like 4. Color palette's not exactly, I don't know which is my favorite. They are all so awesome. Tenebrism really nails it with these. Here's our cheeseburger. Look at that. I mean, so dramatic, going from, you know, almost really rich blacks. I'm looking at number 2 right now, and, you know, you have these rich blacks in the dark ground, and, you know, it just brings such contrast with the light areas on that hamburger, and they're smooth light areas. It's not, it's just, it falls way back. It gives so much depth and drama to this. Here's our motorcycle. Look at this guy, number 1. That's awesome. You know, it's using the light behind him. You know, he's still the dark figure, but, you know, beautiful. Number 2, beautiful. 3, I like it. It's I just would have liked to have seen more dark in it to give the feel and the detail. In 4 also, it's like an abandoned motorcycle in the woods. Oh, speaking of woods, here we go. Look at this. Number 2, it's just amazing. I love this. Just the creepy mood, you know, having an environment that falls off into blackness is, you know, it just gives you the creeps, but then also like the contrast of the lights, like where the light is pooling here is, it brings just this amazing effect and really draws the eye through the composition. Number 3, like it's a little more abstract, but, you know, it's it looks like a war zone. Number 1, oh, that's great. Just so much just environment and mood to it. And yeah, these are just amazing. Amazing. All right, that is Tenebrism. Put that in your prompt. It will do amazing stuff. All right, our next style is metaphysical painting. This was developed by 2 Italian artists, Chirico and Carrà. And the movement was around 1910. And it was about creating dreamlike works, you know, kind of just stuff that you couldn't actually see. It had sharp contrast with shadow and light, and vaguely threatening, and a very mysterious quality to it. Excuse me. You know, they wanted to paint what couldn't be seen. So you can definitely see in these that we have a dreamlike quality. I mean, the woman, this almost comes across as an Art Deco. So I wonder how much inspiration this gave to the Art Deco movement. Here's our octopus. I would say a 1, 2. I mean, number 3, talk about threatening and dreamlike. That's amazing. I that is just phenomenal. Amazing that Midjourney can grasp this too. Here's our burgers. Geez, number 1, look at the detail in that. Number 2 almost looks like a weird, I don't know. I mean, it's like a ham sandwich that represents all the colors of the spectrum there. And then I would say number 3 is probably the most representative of the metaphysical style. Like, that's what I would imagine. Beautiful stuff, though. Like, definitely is moving your prompt. You know, I think the motorcycle came across very realistic, but this is why I have all these different subjects, to really see how the style is affecting the prompt. But this is a metaphysical motorcycle. Very interesting. And then metaphysical forest. I mean, definitely some cool stuff in there. Number 4 is a little strange with the high contrast of the texture. Number 1, I like that. That almost gives like a matrixy feel. Like the pixels are, you know, really building the experience of that image. But yes, this is metaphysical painting. You know, definitely something you should try out in your prompt and see how see what it does with it. This is a fun style. This is Grisaille, and this is a painting technique by which the image is executed entirely in shades of gray. So we're talking a black and white image, but the goal is to give the illusion of sculpture. So it's like you're doing a painting of a person that has already been sculpted, or yeah, it's a fantastic, you know, what creativity to add into your prompts, and you know, Midjourney does a great job with it. So Grisaille, here is a woman in Grisaille. Oh, let's make sure I'm clicking in the right window. An octopus. Look at this, number 2. That is so cool. And you know, just fantastic. I did have to encourage my prompt a little bit the first time I ran it with just in the style of Grisaille. It added selective coloring to a couple of things. So I did add black and white to the end of it. But yeah, just really cool stuff here. Here's a burger in Grisaille. I don't know if a burger actually conveys as I've never seen a sculpted burger. So and you see there a little bit of red came in this red onion down here, but pretty cool. You know, if you're trying to get a black and white image, Grisaille might help you out, especially if you want it to be painterly. Here's a Grisaille motorcycle. Very cool. And Grisaille forest. You know, these feel more of a black and white. I would say I'm not getting the feeling of sculpture in forest, but again, this is why we go through and we try different ones. I would say the octopus and the woman. I mean, the woman, absolutely. That looks like a painting of a sculpture. So Grisaille, try that one out. Our next style is Mannerism. This came at the end of the High Renaissance and into the Baroque period. As a whole, Mannerist painting tends to be more artificial and less naturalistic than Renaissance painting. It's exaggerated, typically associated with attributes of emotionalism and elongated human figures, strained poses, unusual effects of scale and lighting. So this is all Mannerism. Here is our woman in the style of Mannerism, and our octopus. So number 3 is so weird with the two. It's like two-brained octopus. But I love number 4. I think that is so cool with the, the leaves and the plants, but you got the octopus. Wouldn't that be cool as like if do it a repetitive and made it into a wallpaper or something, like an actual wall, not like a digital wallpaper, like one in a house. I think that would be so cool. And here is a mannerism as a bird. Oh, look at number 3. I don't know. I tend to like my images out of Midjourney that are in slot 3 for some reason. I find it must just be coincidence. But look at that. That is so cool. And, beautiful painting style. If Renaissance painting isn't hitting the mark in your prompt, try Mannerism. Here is a motorcycle. Look at number 1. Beautiful, beautiful. Number 3 again looks like a Ducati, which I love. Love those ducks. And then Mannerism in a forest. Interesting. Like it has lights and darks, but it seems to avoid the super high contrast. Number 4 kind of gets into the super high contrast on a localized area, but 3 and 2 kind of a little bit more lighter on the contrast. But anyway, that's Mannerism. If you're trying to find alternatives to Renaissance, Mannerism would be see if that, or add it with Renaissance. See what you get. And Baroque. Mix these up. That's what AI is great about. All right, Mannerism. All right, Art Informel. Art Informel artists rejected traditional methods of representation and instead focused on spontaneous expression. Abstract expressionism in America, kind of the same thing. The style is characterized by gestural brushstrokes, drips, splatters of paint, as well as unconventional materials and techniques such as collage and assemblage. It's influenced by existential philosophy also, such as, the philosophy of time. But this is Art Informel. I did another, in my previous video, Art Brut, very similar to Art Informel. And here we go. Here's the woman. You can definitely see the expressionism in this. Beautiful stuff. I mean, look at this. I love all 4 of them. They're all vastly different and all just beautiful. I love them. The octopus. It's got this like big goiter on him in two of the images. Very cool. I think this number 4 is so cute though, with his stubby tentacles. The other ones kind of have reachy tentacles, but this stubby one in number 4 is fantastic. The burger, you can see these very gestural brushstrokes, and Midjourney actually gives you the depths of the brushstrokes with a little shadowing on them. Very cool. It's interesting because you go 1, 2, 3, 4. It almost takes you on a sequence of, very rough gestural to more defined gestural of 4, and then do it 3 or right in the middle. Motorcycle. I mean, look at this. This takes, this is an alternative to putting splatter paint or drip art paint in your prompt. Use Art Informel. And then the tree, the forest, very cool. Number 3 is a little bit more precise than I would think. Number 1, I mean, it's beautiful and it looks precise, and then you look at it and it's just very gestural, and the lighting and everything, just amazing. I blown away by what Midjourney is doing and interpreting these art movements and art styles. So yeah, that's Art Informel. Give that a shot. I mean, do I keep saying that? Because I am just blown away by all of these. How AI is really grasping these concepts and producing beautiful pictures. Art Informel. Changing gears a little. This is Namban Art, and it's a style of Japanese art that emerged in the late 16th century, and it was characterized by depictions of foreign people and cultures, particularly those from Europe and America. Although this one of the woman doesn't look foreign. Maybe it was an influence of Indian here, but I also see some Asian. But anyway, it was depicting European and Americans, and the term Namban, and geez, I'm probably killing the pronunciation. I should have apologized for that sooner. It means Southern Barbarian, and was used by the Japanese to refer to Europeans who arrived in Japan during the Age of Exploration. So this Namban art style. It's a woman, and got a click in there. Here's our octopus. Oh, number 1, look at that. Number 4. Oh, the composition of that is just beautiful. Our burger, kind of hard to tell. I think a burger alone is, it's the food of the Southern barbarian. Number 1 is beautiful. I love it. Again, I don't know how much influence the Namban is having on it, being that it's a burger. As I say, subject does influence art style in prompting. Motorcycle. Look at number 4. That is so unique, so beautiful. I also like I like them all. Come on. I like all of them. I would say number 1 really hits the mark on and number 3. Number 4 looks awesome. I like them all. I think I really like number 3. That is just wow. The detail in that and the contour lines around all the detail, but then having like this more organic interior. Very cool. I love this stuff. I love exploring art styles inside of Midjourney, and having a little knowledge of where they originated and how this artificial intelligence interprets it is phenomenal. God, I really like that number 3. Wow. All right. Namban Art. Here's a heavy hitter, and I bet a lot of you guys are going to try this one. Sfumato. Funny word, but what a style to use. It's a painting technique used in Renaissance art, particularly by Da Vinci, that involves creating subtle transitions between colors or tones, and that produces a soft, hazy effect. The word sfumato comes from the Italian word fumo, which means smoke. The more you know. So, I mean, you can obviously see, that nice hazy feel in 1 and 2. Beautiful stuff. I like 3 and 4 too. Oh my gosh, look at these. 3 again. 3 is like my lucky prompt window. That is amazing. I love the detail. I love 2 also. I like 4. I like 1. They're all of them. And it also has this beautiful texture. I mean, come on. The burger. 4 just jumps out at me like Bingo. But I don't think I put cheese on top of the burger like that for number 3, but the dripping cheese inside is awesome. I think number 4 wins it for me on this one. That looks like a good burger. And our motorcycle. Oh, number 4, look at that. Come on. You get that smoky feeling from it? Beautiful. Landscapes. Just number 4, number 2, number 1. Number 1's really smoky. But look at 2 and 4. Those are beautiful. Number 3, actually, that's interesting. That actually reminds me of more of a craftsman style painting that was popular in the 1940s era of United States, where it kind of creates geometrical shapes from organic shapes, and then those are kind of filled with their own, it's kind of almost a stained glass type look at the world, but it's not stained glass. But anyway, I would say 4 and 2 really nail the effect beautifully. Just Sfumato. Check it out. All right, and to wrap things up, we got Precisionism. This was an art movement in the 1920s and 30s. It emerged in the United States. It's a uniquely American art movement. And it had a lot to do with industrialism and the creation of photography and things like that. A main characteristic of it is the use of geometric forms. A lot of times they were depicting factories and things like that, the industrial and urban landscapes with sharp, angular shapes. And they often emphasized symmetry and balance of structures they were depicting. So here's a woman. I mean, look at this. This is just beautiful. Again, number 3. There it is. That's the one I like. I mean, you can see her squinting, but it's like these just bold geometric shapes that build this imagery. Here's our octopus. I really like number 4. I think, although one of his tentacles is cut off. That's sad. Don't they grow back, though, on octopus? Who knows? I don't know. Look at that. The burger. I mean, talk about geometric shapes and, minimalism. I think that's also a key characteristic, is the minimalist approach to precisionism. Number 2. Number 3. 1 and 4 look like motorcycles painted. Yeah, their paint scheme is precisionism, where 2 and 3 are paintings of motorcycles done in precisionism. Funny how Midjourney can kind of mix those things up or combine them, however you want to put it. I don't want to make it sound like it's mixed up. Oh, the forest. Oh my God, look. 3, 1, 3, 4. I like 2, but I think the roundness of the shapes kind of takes away where precisionism should be sharp and angular. But hey, there's precisionism. Definitely try that out. I mean, guys, we are given just a warhammer to wield here with Midjourney and all the AI that is just flooding our creative landscape right now. But yeah, give precisionism a try. It's amazing. Everyone, thank you so much for watching this and taking this exploration through art history using AI. I mean, what a journey, what a time. We are doing crazy stuff right now. But I really appreciate you guys watching all the way through. If you could like and subscribe to my channel, that would be great. Like the video, comment below. I've been having amazing conversations with the audience out there, the viewers. You guys are awesome. You are helping me out, and I try to put a lot of effort into responding and being in depth. So let's keep it up. Again, thanks much. See you next time.